Well, when people say things and they don't really mean anything at all, you can call a lie misleading information. But when it's the opposition, it's misinformation and it's malicious. They're abominations. Oh, yes. If you look at the facts, people call them liars. I think it's a bit. I thought they were being over the top and, just making stuff up or exaggerating. They looked at something truthful and said, let's make it worse. Because, they're labor. They said they were going to raise taxes, and they raised taxes. And, Rishi Sunak was right, though, wasn't he? They're always going to raise taxes. He warned everybody, told everybody going to raise taxes. It's going to make the average person pay £200,000, £2,000 more. They ain't going to be no better off. But really, the reason he was so concerned about it because he's so rich. He knew he'd have to pay even more tax if they get in charge. And then Chris says, we didn't mislead him. But when you look at it, they said the OBR productivity was down. I think it was 16 billion, but they left all the other things that brought that up. And it was only down 6 billion when they were looking for 9.9 billion more from tax revenue over their overheads. For lack of a better word, they were actually 4.1 or 4.2 billion over their overheads. We weren't actually in the hole. And what actually put UK in the hole is when they made all the U-turns with welfare. So it wasn't because of the OBR productivity that was actually doing well. It's just the U-turns they made that put us in the hole. It was welfare. Yeah, thanks for welfare. And so essentially the reason why they're raising taxes is true. The reason why they're raising taxes is to cover all the benefits. Now, some benefits are absolutely necessary, but, there's a lot of room for people to take advantage of the system. The reality is, until they look at those things, they will always have to resort to raising taxes to pay for benefits. And middle-class people just get squeezed in the middle and the rich leave. So the people left end up paying more. That's where we are, good people. And on that note,